Wiltshire, Carney in space. Towards Kennedy, helps it on, Cahill! He always delivers on the big occasion. He's back, and he scored for Australia.
Now, first of all, it's been a few weeks since the World Cup. The dust has settled. Sort of looking back now, what are you thinking about the World Cup? Where's that in the mind?
For me, it was fantastic to share it with the fans and everyone in Australia, you know, all over the world. But the main thing is that it was a massive success. I see. I'm very proud of what we achieved. It was a roller coaster of emotions. Obviously, getting sent off so early, and then getting the opportunity to come back and play in the last game for me was massive, because I could contribute and give something back. And you know, it's unfortunate we didn't go through, but you know, the fans were brilliant, and even back home, and to spend so much time with a lot of you guys, and even to be here is exceptional. So I'm happy.
And the big positive, Tim, after let's put the GMB game aside for a whole, and you personally obviously want to, but the fact that the Socceroos did pick themselves up in the game against Ghana. Really got through for the draw, made that third game, you know, alive rather than, of course, winning the game, and you were back. I mean, it was a real positive way to, I guess, end it all off.
Yeah, I suppose it shows who we are. You know, we got written off probably after the first game, and you know, you guys are probably thinking it's going to be pretty hard to come back, but that's what we're there for. Some of us play on the biggest stages in the world, and you know, we get paid a lot of money to do the job. And you know, for us, it wasn't an obligation. It was an absolute pleasure to be out there and try and do something nice for our country. And you know, you see a lot of other teams, things go a bit pear-shaped, Italy and France and that, but we stuck together, we kept strong, and I suppose that's the good thing about us being Australian.
That's the reason you're here in Melbourne this week, mate, to play for these guys. Everton up against Melbourne Heart, we spoke about. It's the first real big game for the new club, so that's exciting. And did you think 5 years ago that you'd be playing, you know, a friendly match for Everton, and, you know, at ANZ Stadium and Etihad Stadium?
No, look, honestly, for me, I've tried every year to bring Everton to Australia, and they keep talking about the flight and how far it is to come, but you know, us as a brand at Everton and what we stand for is massive, and it's something that I've grown for the last 6-7 years, been very close to a lot of people there, and you know, now that they're here, they're loving it, and to bring such a big team from the Premier League, you know, some big stars. You know, we're putting out a full-strength team. The other night we got 40,000 people to play in Sydney FC, and you know, Melbourne's a big city where you know, I've had a lot of good memories. Got a couple of goals against Japan not long ago here, and you know, the fans always come out. And the nicest thing is you know, we get to share some time with you guys, and I don't normally get to be on Australian soil, so to bring Everton here is an absolute pleasure, and the lads are absolutely buzzing, and they love it here, so and I hope the Melbourne crowd show them a good time as well.
You're a Sydney boy, but you know Melbourne pretty well, no doubt from all your Socceroo camps. Have you been taking the boys around, showing them all the good restaurants and little lanes, the places to shop?
You know, the first thing everyone says to us is, you know, Sydney and Melbourne, have you taken the lads anywhere? The lads have been training 2-3 times a day, and pretty much just wanting to sleep, because we're here pre-season training. We don't normally play games this early, but you know, trying to show who we are, and putting out a full-strength team to show respect to the Australian fans and the Australian team is what we're all about. So the gaffer and the lads have, you know, just been trying to work hard to prepare for these games, and you know, hopefully the lads will be able to go to a restaurant tomorrow or something. But you know, it's been pretty much business. So they're excited just to play here, because I've told them how good the crowd is, and you know, we've got our biggest crowds in Melbourne for the Socceroos, and we normally come here to say goodbye before we always go away. So I suppose for me it's just great to share some time with everyone.
Another reason you're here today, mate, is the Zodiac watches. We'll talk about that one in particular on your wrist. But I've spoken to you before for Soccer International magazine. It's not just a normal partnership. You're very passionate about it. You have a lot of input into it in terms of the design, in terms of I know you spoke about a year ago about the pricing of it. So it's something pretty close to your heart.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose for me, I'm lucky. I get to spend a lot of time commercially with my partners. And Zodiac, for me, I spend a lot of time with in England. They come around my house and we talk about colours, design, we talk about Everton and why the colour's blue, or why the strap's yellow and green, and what it means to me, and funky for kids to wear, and obviously adults, and you know, putting something back in. So you know, I went to Switzerland to see the factory, to see how they're made. And you know, watching the Swiss made is obviously pretty priceless because I've got a big background in watches and understand them a lot. So you know, for me, it's making it price worthy for people to buy, and then being part of it emotionally, because it's not sort of like just something that's 2 minutes. A lot of my sponsors I spend time with after the World Cup, I've been back to be with kids, be around people, put out the right messages. And I think for me, you know, Zodiac's an emotional connection, something that's sensitive to me, sensitive for you guys. So if I wear it, I expect to, you know, produce some quality for you guys to wear as well. So you know, I'm so glad for you guys to be here and just support me, and it means a lot.
You mentioned that you've got your blue one on today for Everton, but there is a green and gold colourway sort of celebrating the World Cup and the Socceroos. So talk us through that.
Yeah, I suppose to be, because you know, it's Zodiac, we've got some great watches in the ZMX range anyway that I wear quite a lot, but this is what I wear every day. So I have the black strap that I wear with, you know, my dress gear, and when I'm sporty with Australia, then I wear the yellow and green. And this for Everton, it's like Everton, I wear number 17, so it's got the 17 on there, and my signature and things like that. And for Australia, I wear the 4. So there's little touches that obviously that are quite personal, which is why there's a limited edition ranges, and they're all over the place. And for me, it's like trying to put something nice out there, not thousands and thousands. This is just hundreds here and there, and just trying to do something nice so someone can have something for the memories forever. So it's nice because I like to do things like this off the football park.